Joining me live now, former Labor Senator Stephen Conroy on a Tuesday. Stephen, good to see you as always. So just wanted to ask you about a couple of points that Matt Canavan made just recently. He did have concerns about these 5-year updates on the regional plans, kind of likening it to the Murray-Darling Basin plan, saying it's just going to make it more complex, more complicated, and it's not really going to work. Do you share those views?
Look, I think the fig leaf of the Productivity Commission has been, just completely exposed by Matt there. Matt's one of the smartest politicians, one of the canniest campaigners, and he knows a rotten deal when he sees it. If I was in Matt Canavan's shoes, I wouldn't be taking any comfort from a Productivity Commission review every 5 years. It'll lead to nothing. There'll be no substantive outcomes for it, and he should dismiss it in the way he has.
Well, I mean, the Prime Minister's already said that there's not going to be any triggers. It's not going to lead to any triggers. So you've got to wonder what the point of it is.
There is no point. It is just something to write in a document to buy off the National Party. I mean, Barnaby Joyce has been exposed for caring about nothing other than being the Deputy Prime Minister of Australia. I mean, when you can stand up in your own party room and say, I don't support the deal, I just negotiated on your behalf, and keep your job and not resign, it just says a lot about what drives Barnaby Joyce. I mean, this has been a pantomime from beginning to end. I've said for weeks, don't believe anything that he says. He is going to deliver a majority of the party room. I actually thought he might deliver himself, but apparently not. So the National Party, Jonathan Lee tortured Bill Short in the last federal election over Labor's costs. I'm looking forward to him torturing Barnaby Joyce and Scott Morrison at the press conference today.
So is it a political gift when Matt Canavan and others too have said that they're going to continue campaigning against net zero right up until the election next year?
Look, the cynic in me says that Barnaby Joyce is giving a few nods and a winks. He's saying, don't listen to anything I say. I really believe what Matt Canavan is saying. And Matt, as he demonstrated in the 2019 election, is a bloody good campaigner. And he'll be out there saying, you can't trust the Liberal Party on climate change. What you have to do is trust me that I will fight for the best possible deal. And he will keep saying that, and he will keep doing that. The only way for the Australian public to have any confidence in what Scott Morrison is saying is to legislate this target. I think the Prime Minister has nowhere to go on this. If he's committed to the target, he signed an international treaty, legislated Prime Minister.
I mean, I would have thought, and I made this point too, that wouldn't if votes start going to One Nation and Clive Palmer, wouldn't they just come on back to the coalition through preferences?
Well, look, mostly yes, that's certainly be the case. That's what Clive Palmer and Pauline Hanson did so successfully in the last election. With Pauline Hanson's natural appeal that she has in some areas of Australia, coupled with Clive Palmer's $80 million that he spent, more than the combined spend of both major political parties, you can see that they can still heavily influence this election. So that's why the polls you've seen yesterday, news poll today, the Channel 9 poll, you can't take them at face value, because the spending that Clive Palmer will do, the tight preference discipline that they'll be urging on their voters, still make this going to be, no matter what the polls say in the last week, still be nervous if you're the Labor Party.
I've got one of my talking points here that I've just seen. It says, Man U need a new coach.
Look,
Where's that come from, I wonder?
I don't know. 5-0.
Do you want to
see?
Are you happy, just on the sporting theme, would you be happy seeing unvaccinated tennis players come into Melbourne?
Not a chance. Djokovic has been a public, proud anti-vaxxer for years now. He needs to be called out. He needs to come into the country on the same basis as every other Australian. There are 30,000 Australians who have not been able to come home, who still can't come home until they're double jabbed. And if Novak Djokovic gets a free pass, then there's 30,000 Australians, their families here, deserve to be absolutely livid with the Prime Minister if he lets him in the country.
Yep, no argument here. Good one. Stephen Conroy.
Good to talk.
Chat to you soon.